Really quickly, this room tour has not officially started yet, and if you've already clicked on the video, I'm so grateful and so thankful because it's kind of a longie. Feel free to skip forward to see any of the parts that you want to see. Feel free to pause and catch up later. It's not the longest video in the world, but it's kind of long, you know? I can get pretty rambly. But just know that I go through basically every corner of the room and talk about and show you how everything's set up, how it's laid out, and why it makes sense, but also the future goals that I have for this space. So just hang tight, buckle in, make sure you have a nice beverage. I said a nice beverage, but if you want an iced beverage as well, whatever suits your fancy. And let's have fun. I love room tours. I love this stuff. I could be watching like Joe Schmo in his garage showing me all of his different tools, and I'll be like, oh my god, Joe, that's amazing, I'll use that in my beauty room. So if you're like me, please hang around. And I know inserting this clip is only making this video longer, but I don't always make sense all the time. That's all. Please enjoy. Thanks for hanging in advance. Okay, bye. But also keep watching. Hey, I'm Cam Day, and welcome. I'm trying that out. It's a new thing. I like it so far. It feels right. I'm gonna stick with it. Anyway, welcome, you beautiful people. I'm happy you're here. This is the third and final episode in our little move update studio tour situation. If you missed the first two parts, I'll link them down below. You can watch them. They'll be available wherever. Bottom line is, surprise, surprise, I moved from Los Angeles, California up to Sacramento, California. Whoa, people moving out of the city, crazy. For lots of reasons. The pandemic definitely being a primary force of that. However, we're here and we're loving it, and I finally put everything away. My room is functional and it just makes sense. So this is where it is now. It's definitely not like the most ideal setup of ever, all time, whatever, but it is functional, it's cute, it's work withable, and you'll see it change over time as I make significant enough changes to share with you. But I'm really happy with where it is, and I'm just happy to get back actually recording, actually working. This space is actually kind of energizing, invigorating. So with that said, I'm sure I'll share more as we go. Let's get started. All right, I'm gonna start with an overview. You've seen the previous layout of the room. This is what it looks like right now. So it's small, it's simple. Let's address the bigger things here in the room, okay? First and foremost is this little rug. Wow, hi, here she is. So the rug was actually purchased by me back in 2016 when I moved out and into my first little apartment. It was basically the same situation as this place. Everything was beige, tan, brown, just not really my choice of decor colors. So instead of painting or doing anything permanent to the space, I decided to find a rug that could kind of incorporate the tan and like warm tones while still giving me some gray, because I had gray furniture, and some pops of color. It was cute for that space, but it totally does not fit here, like at all. It just, she doesn't make a lot of sense. And that's okay. There will be a new rug in here someday soon, but you guys are rarely, if ever, gonna actually see it, so whatevs. I've tried moving it around so many times so that it just fit a little bit better, but it really is just not meant to be here, and that's okay. Next, our mirror situation. This is actually a mirror that I stole from our bedroom. I brought it in here, and yes, I put it on a suitcase because I was unpacking the room and I had books in my suitcase. And until that goes down into the garage, it's staying here for now. And I brought it in here because I was trying on clothes. The lighting is good, and I'm a tall girl, so I needed some extra height. Won't be in here permanently, but she's staying for now. This little corner right here will eventually have a poof for me. Like, I want this to just be like a little chill corner. I like to, I'm not very good at holding the camera like this, sorry. I like to sit on the floor, and I like corners, and I like light. So this will be a really cute little corner for some sort of like beanbag chair situation. I've always wanted one and I'm gonna make it happen. So for now, it's a red Snuggie. Somehow we found that we had a red Snuggie and it's been great for having our puppy be on wherever she goes. So until I get a little bed for her in here, spoiled brat, she gets a Snuggie. Then this little guy. So yes, I have a corner desk where I do most of my work, and then this table here will be integral to the future of any videos, mainly beauty videos and whatever else that I choose to record here in this space. Let me show you. New angle alert. So as you can tell, I moved the table from this wall to the middle of the room. Why, you might ask? Because this is the new recording setup. So imagine, back here, behind the table, is where I will have my chair from my desk. I will move it over here, and that's where my butt and the rest of me will sit. And then in front of the desk table here, I'll have a taller tripod where I can set up my camera. I can also set up any lights that I need and just have more room to work with. Not only in front of me for actual setup for equipment and things like that, but also just behind me for a little bit more depth. So eventually I hope to have some more plants, maybe some wall art, something to like spice up the space a little bit, but the blank wall works for now. And it's just so much of an improvement from my last setup. If you may recall, I used this corner desk and basically turned my chair around and had my back to the corner, and I would stack all my products, and I had a lot more of a storage situation here on top that also kind of served as a display that I thought worked as a background for my videos, but I had very, very little space between my legs, my knees, my tripod, and the edge of my bed because I was just recording in this tiny corner of my old bedroom in LA. So having the space that I have now just gives me a lot more literal room to work with. So having this table is a much better setup, and it's quite the step up from what I was using when I had that corner situation. I would use like a little like a lap tray, like a lap desk situation thing, where I'd put all my makeup products and my mirrors and whatever else I needed. But I was always like, I literally had to like cross my legs and like really get bendy for however long I was recording, and that only added to the stress of recording and blah blah blah. So having the space will make it a lot easier. The table will allow me to set up any products that I need for recording if I'm doing tutorials, things like that. And also, I lose my train of thought a lot of the time, so I can keep any notes that I need at my desk as well. That's super exciting. The desk was a really good find. Most of my furniture is from IKEA, if you can't tell already. It is what it is. The tabletop is originally, I think, like $22. I actually ended up getting this for around 10 in the as is section at IKEA, which if you're not familiar, I highly recommend it. The key to it is to go to the as is section before you go through the whole thing. So like go to as is, it's by the checkout. We've gone like 4 times since we've moved, and 3 of the 4 times we found what we're looking for in great condition, if not brand new, for a great discount. So I highly recommend it. Just don't scratch your face. And then I had 2 leftover legs. Somehow I ended up getting additional legs for my 5-legged desk. And then I just got 2 extra $5 ones. So it was cheap. The goal of this move and room redoing was to be balling on a budget. So that was a great success. Now let's see if I can move it back with one hand with you guys here. I'm doing it. So the goal and like my dream was to be able to have this on wheels. But one, IKEA doesn't really make any legs with wheels. And also it's just not that deep. Wheels are also not super functional on this rug and carpet situation, so like what's the point? And it's just super lightweight, so I can move it pretty easily whenever and however I need it. And I use this little interim, this little blank space, to sometimes move my chair, and I'll do little like get readies with me here. I'll do Instagram stories, or I'll just do my makeup here because it's really good lighting. Wow, amazing. But seriously, it's like my favorite corner. And And I just like that it's modular. I can move stuff around as I need. It all still fits together, and these are the same height, so I can push them together if I'm ever working on a bigger project or for whatever reason just need the extra space. So well done, Cam. And IKEA, thank you so much. We're gonna take a brief look into the closet because it's pretty not cute. It's really just storage right now. But imagine, if you will, here, I hope to have some sort of shelving unit just so that I can organize everything much better than it is. But she's a little bit of a mess. It's just stuff. We've got books, makeup supplies, sunglasses, I don't know. But it slides and there's stuff in it. So nothing to really impress you or blow you away with there. But the day that it's organized, I will definitely share because it'll be beautiful. Also, what a terrible time for me to be watching the home edit on Netflix. One, I've always been into that kind of thing. I love taking stuff out of packaging and putting it in cute uniform packaging and all that kind of stuff, and just having things organized and displayed really nicely. But I'm trying not to like buy a bunch of plastic and acrylic, one, for the planet, but also sometimes that stuff can be really expensive, and I don't always have the right idea of how I want to lay stuff out right from the jump, so it just takes a while. Beside the point, I'll save you guys my life story. Let's look at the top of the desk, okay? This is a monitor. Shout out to my boyfriend, thank you for outgrowing it. This is where I'll be editing my videos. I used to share and use his computer, and now I have my own, his computer and his desk. So literally taking up hours of his working time so that I could get my stuff done. Now I have my own space to do that, so that's really awesome. So my monitor here, my little Cameron Day MUA plaque. Shout out Nora, I love you, and I've never felt more official in my life. Okay, then here, beverages, because you know, a little phone dock, pens, pencils, and the like, because this is not only a beauty room, this is also a boss lady office space. So that's why I like having the extra separate table. It just helps to separate the room because it is serving multiple purposes. It's a studio and it's an office, okay? And it's also just like a little zen room. I love having my own space. It's so amazing. This is a little Alex tabletop storage situation from IKEA. I really, really love it. This is probably my favorite storage and organization thing that I've done so far. Here, I'm gonna sit down. You guys can come have a seat with me because my arm is tired. Have you ever heard someone so out of breath? Me either. So, because I like to sit at my desk most days to either look at my laptop, I mean, I do stuff on my laptop, I don't just look at it. I will work here, I will plan out videos, I'll do whatever, or I'll just do my makeup if I'm not recording it. I still like to kind of sit here and do my makeup. So, this is probably my proudest moment. This is my daily makeup drawer. So it's divided into two little sections. These are from Muji, if you've never been to a Muji, and I'm really saying this to my Midwestern people. I never heard of it until maybe like 2017. I went to New York and went to a Muji store for the first time and had a little bit of an organizational orgasm. It's so zen and so beautiful and so amazing. I think it filed for bankruptcy due to the pandemic, so that's a bummer. But anyway, long-winded. Guys, it holds two of these plastic dividers. They're little trays that I'll show you in a second. Perfectly. That's the key to it all. It's like you can have all the dividers and the acrylic storage things in the world, but if they don't fit well, or if they don't fit multiple to a space, then like, what are we even doing, you know? So that's why I'm so proud of it. So in one, I have my daily tools. So this is like if I'm just gonna throw on some makeup, kind of like I did for today. I have my tools, brushes, sponges, tweezers, the like. And then the second one houses my makeup that I use on a regular basis. So like my mascara, powder, concealer, that kind of stuff. So this is what I would think is like equivalent to having my makeup bag, you know? And then they're stackable, so I can take them with me wherever I am in the room or in the house. And then if I'm going somewhere that I need, I can just literally dump it into a makeup bag. Amazing. So I'm super proud of it. And it also just helps me keep everything in a specific place, you know? Because that's the hardest. Usually they flow a little bit easier, but the hardest part is not only having a home for places, but also being able to access it, having it be functional, and just easy to maneuver, you know? Oh, and then this one is just like my laptop charging cable, stuff like that. And then I keep my laptop, notebook, daily use items there. Let's move to the drawers, shall we? Before I go opening any drawers, I would like to stipulate or re-stipulate, if I've already mentioned it earlier. Again, this is not the final version of any of this. I'm really just saying this to myself so that I hold myself accountable to actually like make the changes that I want to in this space. But this is basically the first time that I've gotten everything out of the boxes and into some sort of workable, usable setup here in these drawers. It's still kind of chaotic for me, TBH, and I plan to update it as I go. But the goal was to get everything into place so that I could get started recording, and we're doing that, and that's a beautiful thing. So that's the thing that is the most important, is just to like have everything in a home, put it where it's easily accessible, and then I'll go down the like deep organizational rabbit hole later on. First things first. This is my like face powder drawer. So here is like blushes, bronzers, highlighters. Then I have some more cream products like sticks. And then more like cream blushes, concealers. This is a facial primer situation. And then on the side, it's just kind of random, and that's okay. Lip masks, and then loose powders and perfume samples. Why not? Excuse me. The next drawer, probably the one I'm least proud of. This is my primarily brush drawer, let's say. Okay, so this is a bag of clean brushes that mostly will be given away. This is all my brushes, or the majority of them. They're all dirty. I'm disgusted. You can be disgusted too. It's okay. Or this is a reminder for us all to clean our brushes, shall we? So these are all my brushes. I wanted to keep them in a drawer because I've stored them all different ways. I love having them out on my desk to just pick from, but especially coming from LA where there's just so much smog and just gunk in the air all the time, like you could literally dust one day and then the next just like pick up a whole new layer. So, and I think also just from being home so much more and living in my space so much more, I really just don't like the idea of having my brushes with a bunch of dust on them. So keeping them here feels a little bit more right for me. They're not super organized. I want to get some sort of divider situation for them, but this works for now, I guess. And then this is a little divider that I'm pretty sure I got from the dollar store that I just have my jewelry in. I don't have a lot of jewelry in the first place. Oh, and then this is like hair stuff. I don't have a lot of jewelry in the first place, and I wanted to figure out between this, I wanted to figure out between this space and like my bedroom and my bathroom how they were going to flow and function and what needed to be where. So like I don't have a lot of skincare in here because I do most of that in the bathroom. Same with hair care. But I like to sit down and do my makeup and do the rest of my hair and stuff like that here. So jewelry makes sense to be here and what have you. So I don't love it. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it works for now. Drawer number 3. We got a lot going on. A lot going on. So in here, this is a little IKEA divider with a little Muji 6 compartment divider. This is like my current foundation collection, along with a liquid highlighter, more like bronzer, highlighter, foundation stuff, some nail polishes, because you know. Then these are little containers and holders that I got from Amazon. It came in a pack of four different colors. They work really well because you can set them up on top of things. You can also display like that, but they work really well for this deeper drawer that I have here. So this one has all of my lip pencils along with a lip sharpener. And then these are eye pencils, pencil sharpener, Glossier play liners, black liners, including gels, and liquids, and then like thicker, you know, like the NYX pencils and just chubby pencils. This is all my Glossier vinylic lips. And then this is a combination of more eye pencils and eyebrow pencils. And then some like liquid liners and liquid shadows. These are new products that haven't been opened yet, that are basically refills for stuff that I have that I like to use often. And then this is just a little random, I don't really know, extra mascara, eyeshadow primer, what have you. And then all in the back, you can't really see, are eyelashes. Brand new sets of eyelashes. The only thing with these drawers is that they are fairly deep, and there's about 6 inches once it's fully extended that you don't really get to use. So that's something to keep in mind, especially like this drawer is meant to be used on a regular basis and stuff that I'll go to fairly often if I'm putting together a makeup look, something like that. I don't want to have to get up, go to my closet, because that's where I'm going to have most of my like professional makeup kit or any like backstock stuff like that. So I just had to think about it like that, and it works for now. On to drawer number 4. This is the one that makes the most sense to me and makes me the happiest. It's my palette drawer. Wow, yay. So it's primarily eyeshadows. I'm gonna say like 97% eyeshadows and then 3% face. These dividers are from IKEA. And then the last drawer, which is such a pain in the butt because it's right where the drawer, or the rug is kind of like a, I don't know, drawer. So this is another little Muji container, stackable, that I have skincare products in that will help with a makeup look. So it's not integral to like my daily skincare. It's more if I need a dewy look, or if I need a different kind of sunscreen or a lighter moisturizer. That is all here, along with some hand cream, stuff like that. This is a little drawer or a little box of sample products, like new samples. Most of it's skincare, so I think that's gonna go in my bathroom soon. Whatevs. This is a little container that is full of dirty makeup sponges. Also need to be washed. Basically, leading up to the move and post move, any makeup that I did was so chaotic, especially if I was recording a video. Such a mess. I would just grab for whatever I could. If it was a new sponge, I would use it and then just leave the rest. Not proud of it, but I can fix that now. And then back here, down back here, is another one of these Muji containers that has kind of grab and go travel toiletries. So I really like whenever I travel, I mean, it's been forever since I have, but when I travel, I just have a little toiletry bag, and then I'll just come in here and grab my body washes, different moisturizers, cleansers, stuff that I've either tried before or wanted to try. That's just the perfect little travel size. So that I think will stay, or it'll go in my bathroom. And then these are just some masks and extra things. Again, it doesn't really make sense. It's kind of random, but it works for now. Apologies for the crazy camera work. My hand hurts. This is why having a table and a tripod will be primo for me, okay? Okay. All right, y'all, we're getting really crazy for this one. I'm under the desk. I know, it's insane. Okay, so this is kind of the last little bit of storage that I have. I don't know what I'm doing here. It doesn't really make sense for me, but it is a temporary solution. So this thing, I don't know what it's called, I can't think of it, shelf situation, is actually from IKEA Kids. The backdrop to it, I think I may have mentioned this previously in a video, but the back to it is like a Kelly green. It's like this green. And it's meant to be in like a little baby's room. But I just switched the back because the back of it is white, and it worked really well. It was great for the top of my corner desk as storage and display. It was in basically all of my previously set up videos, so you've seen it, you know her, you love her, maybe. But I just don't think it really works. What am I doing down here? I don't really think it works on top of this desk, especially now that I have that monitor. That's not a monitor, is it? Yes, the monitor. I always got confused between a monitor and a computer, like which one is which, you know what I'm saying? I just don't think it makes sense, and I like the minimal aspect, especially now that I plan to spend more time here, not only editing, but just planning and doing other work. And I think I just work best with fewer visual distractions. So this doesn't make sense on top. I have it down here for now because I don't really have room for it in the closet, and it doesn't make sense for it to just sit on the floor. So, I mean, the floor in there. It's great on the floor down here. This is just kind of like my overflow of stuff. So down here are all of my larger eyeshadow palettes. Not many, but they just don't really fit in the drawer. They don't make sense shape-wise, so they're here for now. I have a candle. I have an empty candle with a cable inside. And then this is a little acrylic drawer, makeup drawer, that I have all of my like single shadows. For the most part. And then it's just like extra glitters and random things. So this will eventually, I think, be in a shelf or in a drawer in that closet someday. This is an empty acrylic storage thing that I once used up top that I just haven't found perfect use for it yet, and that's okay. This is a little, I save a lot of boxes, or I used to, especially when I first got these drawers. And this is a great tip. If you don't want to spend money on plastic or acrylic or just any kind of dividers for your drawers, if you can find like a sturdy box, it works really great. So this is a box from, I don't even know, is a box top, and I used it to organize some like little sheet samples. I don't know if I'm actually going to use them, and it's probably going to go in my bathroom, but it's here for now. Facial tissue, Post-it notes, and an empty tea jar. I absolutely love these. They're so cute and functional. And inside is my last remaining clean beauty sponge. I have to hide it away or else I'm going to use it, and then it's going to go to the used sponge graveyard and then get cleaned like 6 months from now. So I have to be real with myself. This is a little pop-up pencil case that I have bobby pins and hair ties in. This is a box full of pens because I like pens. And then this also used to be on top of my desk that you may have seen in previous videos where I had all my eyeshadow palettes. So it's the perfect width for these kind of palettes, and then some of my other regular sized ones, but I'm not using it for that. This is kind of my like random practical stuff. Again, figuring out what's meant for my bathroom and my bedroom, and then what's good for this office studio get ready with me, get ready space. So I have nail polish remover because I can sit down and do my nails. I have cotton rounds, I have a hair serum, a deep conditioner, alcohol for sanitizing things, a perfume discovery kit. I love Juliet Has a Gun. And I have commitment issues, so that's really it. This again will definitely not be staying down here, but it's the deal for now. My lips are so dry. Okay, so wow, how convenient for me to have a balm area right on top of my desk. I didn't show you. I have to show you. I'm so sorry. Okay, more chaos. I'll get better at this, I promise. Thanks for hanging in. So our last little section that I did not mention. This, again, everything was, I thought about everything with function in mind. It's like if I'm sitting here doing makeup, do I have everything that I need minus the 2% like crazy glitter or whatever. So on top of this little acrylic drawer setup, which is also from Muji, the cool thing is that it is flexible. I can't find the right word. You can change the orientation. So I have it horizontal, but you can turn it up vertically and change the drawers from laying like this to one stacking on top of each other, which is very fun and cool. But I think that works best, or I like the idea of it more with multiple of these whole containers. I like it like this now. Anyway, long-winded answer for a short thing. This is all my lip products. So it used to be much more meticulously organized, I would say, where I had it organized by section. There are little dividers in the middle where I used to have like nude cream lipsticks and then bold cream lipsticks, but now it's just a little bit of a free-for-all, so I'll get to organizing it at some point. But we have lipsticks, lip glosses, some lip glosses, more lipsticks. Down here are my lip balms, stuff that I go to on the daily on a regular basis, concealers. This is longer lip products, so primarily glosses and liquid lips. I don't have the divider in here, so it's just kind of everywhere. And then down here is the newest change. The cool thing is that you can insert and move these little dividers as much as you need. And these are some eyeshadow singles that I use on a regular basis. And then on top, practical things. I have instant makeup brush cleaner. Such a lifesaver, especially if you're doing an eyeshadow look with multiple colors. Bioderma, just a generic simple moisturizer. Water, a facial mist. Really great for not only doing skincare layering, it just kind of helps your skincare hold on to it, your face a little bit better, I guess. But it's also really great at just refreshing your makeup throughout the day. Especially now, my skin is all over the place. If my skin's not dry or dehydrated, then the products that I use dehydrates my skin. So this just gives a little extra life, which is really nice. And then a water bottle that I use when I'm refreshing my hair and trying to get cute for y'all, okay? And for myself, you know. Okay, I'm trying to kick back and relax for a second because we're done. And this was a long ride. So thank you to everybody who has hung out, especially with my like Blair Witch Project cinematography. That was not intentional, but if you appreciated it, you're welcome. Very actual last thing. This thing back here is a little shoe rack, also from IKEA. Wow, surprise. I got it for $10. It's probably not gonna stay there. Maybe it'll find its way into my closet. Maybe I'll use it somewhere else in the house, but I like it in here for now. I think I can store things on it or put like cute plants on it once I actually get things set up in a more permanent way. So yeah, that's that on that. As is section, $10. Literally just picked it up and went, didn't have to assemble it. With that, we're actually going to come to a close. I am so grateful to have been able to bring you along into our new studio space. Yes, this is mine. Yes, I live here, but this is our space here on the internets. This is where we'll be able to have the conversations that I love having. We'll be able to push our creativity. We'll be able to try new products, talk about different things. It's all gonna happen here together in this space. So I'm super happy that you're here with me. I'm really excited for all of the stuff that we're gonna be able to do ongoing, and all of the changes that will come, if they make sense. It's really great for now. So just know that I'm really happy. And I don't think I have any other final closing remarks. One thing though. So I was really trying to not do this because I hate making promises that I don't keep. But I also like to show my intention that I do really mean. Let me adjust this real quick. The light's a little bit better this way. Okay. My concealer's a little too light and it shows my eye bag, so. Anyway, I'm trying to stick to my word a little bit better. So I said earlier this year that your girl was gonna have a brand partnership by the end of the year. We're in mid-October. That hasn't happened yet, but the year is also not over. So I'm telling you here now that come January 1, 2021, we will have secured a brand partnership, and it will happen in this space. So part of this is a manifestation thing. Part of this is just a, oh my God, Cam, you better get the ball rolling because time is taken and now you've committed to people who care that it's gonna happen. So hold me accountable, y'all. It's just hard to find the motivation to like be a human most days, you know what I'm saying? But that's actually that on that. I'm gonna actually go take a shower. Yes, I have not done that yet today, and record at least one more video for you. That will be up and coming in the works. Part of also the move being here was really just to get more on top of my content, because I would record, edit, and then publish all within like a 2-day period. And I was always just like, I never had anything pre-planned really, and I would always publish in real time. I want to be able to like schedule it a night before or like a day before. So if you're watching this now, just know that the 2 previous videos on this studio tour were previously recorded and edited, and I scheduled all of these. So let's be proud of something. Thanks again for watching. I know this is really long, but I love a good room tour and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, if you're, you know, decoratively or organizationally inclined, especially when it comes to the closet, there are some preset like wire shelves, but again, there's that space that I have to measure, that I want to put some sort of shelf unit, even if it's super basic, because I want to have some sort of little drawer pull-out thing, system to put in there. Or if you know of any artists, that's my biggest thing. When it comes to this empty wall, I want some sort of canvas thing. I want to be able to support a really awesome artist rather than just go to like Home Goods and buy some like cheap thing. Although I might do that because I might. I'm just being real. So if I find something that works, I'll use it. But if you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm always open to it. And if you're not in a place to be redoing a room right now, or to be moving, or having any of these kind of conversations, I'm happy to share in this excitement with you from wherever you are right now, just because I know the feeling and I don't take any of this for granted. And sometimes it's just fun to follow along on someone else's journey, because that's the closest you can get to doing the thing that you want to do. I fully understand that. So you're here with me and it's a pleasure. I love you so much. Please take care. Be well. I'm gonna get recording so that I can actually see you in the next video, okay? Okay, bye.